You look through your strife deck and mull over what to use as a weapon by looking at all of the choices on the back. You decide to choose your hammer since it's right at your feet. You capture log it and allocate it to the strife specialist. The hammer has been moved from your capture log deck to your strife deck. John, go downstairs to see your father. Ugh, there's no way you want to see him. You're going to avoid him at all costs. You're safe in your room. Your dad doesn't have the heart to capture you and drag you out of your room. But you think his patience is running thin, so he will probably resort to that soon. Well, here you go. You exit your room and make your way downstairs. John, open the box. Your presents are for after your transmutation, but this one is just lying in the middle of your living room, just begging to be opened. Surely you can open just this one, especially since your dad is distracted and busy in the kitchen right now. Oh God, no. This was really not what you wanted to see today. John, give the harlequin doll a begrudging hug. Your father obviously busted a gut to get this for you, so be grateful. No! John, abscond! No, 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 no! You made it back to your room, but you know that once your dad is sick of trying to lure you out of your room with cakes, he's going to drag you out. You better think of a way to get that game, and fast. A friend of yours mentioned that this game is the key to your escape from transmutation. You aren't really sure how that works, but you're willing to believe anything and do anything to get away from this. John, consider conferring with one of your friends on the subject. It seems one of your friends has contacted you first. John, answer friend. Maybe they can help you. John! John! Hey. Hello, John. Happy birthday! How's your day been? It's been awful. Thank you for asking. Oh yes, Mr. Birdbrain mentioned to me a few seconds ago how you've been trying to avoid your father all day because you don't want to be transmuted. Yep. Wow, he told you already? Yes. You already know how he's always relaying useful information to one another. I guess you could say he's sort of like a messenger pigeon. I guess so. Anyway, I need some advice, if you don't mind. Go ahead. Okay, I really need to go and get something that is either in the mailbox or in the kitchen right now. But I don't want to encounter my dad. I can't go in the kitchen right now since my dad is there, and I can't go outside either since... Well, if my dad spots me out there, then he's going to assume that I'm trying to run away or something. Well, you could always just give it up and stop being a scaredy cat and just go get transmuted already. It's really not that bad. Do I seem like a horrible monster to you, John? Well, yes. No offense. It's just that you're really different from how you used to be. You used to act really cold and distant, but also really mysterious and knowledgeable. And that was the you that I was friends with all these years. The one that I had formed a really strong bond with. The one that was my best friend. But now you're just some hyperactive, psychotically happy cat thing. The friends that I had for years had just suddenly vanished in December, and now I just have some monsters for friends. Sure, you're all the same people with the same memories, but you're just not the same anymore. No offense. Oh wow. That really looks sappy now I read it back to myself. Aw, that is so sad, John. Hey! Oh, not in that way. I mean, it is very sad. Oh. You really sound upset, John. Do you want to talk about it? No! That's okay. I think I'm going to go get the thing for my dad now. Okay then. Wait, some actual advice. Maybe you can learn to weaponize your Silodex. Oh, I think I've heard of that before. Isn't that when you fill up your Silodex with a bunch of useless crap and then capture log some more useless crap so all the other crap gets launched out of your Silodex? Yes, something like that. Maybe you should stock up on stuff before confronting your father and fight him with your Silodex. as well as your new allocated stripes specimens? Wait, did that feathery asshole tell you that too? How does he even know I allocated it? You know he has his ways of knowing things. I guess so. Just like how I know that the thing you want is the beta game I've been waiting to play with us for. Yeah, how did you know? Did he tell you that too? I have a reliable source of information. Okay then. See you in a few minutes then. Or not. Bye, John! John, put some of those nails from your room into the Silodex. I guess you should take the nails since they're doing nothing just lying on your floor, and they could come in handy. You capture log them. You only have one free card now. You don't want to be wasting time sorting out and ejecting stuff out of it. Which is more of the reason why you don't want to mess around with it. You decide to check through the things in your magic chest again to fill up the final space in your Silodex. Since you already have the hammer and nails to use offensively, you decide to balance out your inventory by stocking some smoke pellets, which could be used defensively. John, check the living room to see if it's safe. You can hear your dad busy in the kitchen from where you are now. You should be okay to quickly go outside and check the mail. This time you calmly step around the doll. It's just a doll after all. John, take a moment to consider the portrait above the fireplace. This is a portrait of your Nana, and underneath it, her ashes. She was the one who chose your dad's transmutation design, like how all parents choose their children's transmutation design. Sadly, she died before you were even born. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, and unabridged Colonel Sassacres. That's all your father ever says about it. You never really got what her transmutation was supposed to be. But that's probably because the only picture of her you've seen is this portrait. What are those banana things coming out of her head? And why is her skin gray? What's that red thing on her forehead? And what is that yellow bar going through her torso? Just what is the theme of her transmutation? You guess her parents are the only ones who really know that. But they're probably dead now, so who cares? John, aggress the evil doll. You retrieve and launch the first thing in your Silodex, the smoke pellets, at the foolhardy foe. This, unsurprisingly, does nothing whatsoever. You would use something more effective, but your fetch modus sort of sucks, apparently. John, attack using nails. These sharp nails should actually do some damage. You scratch its face off with the nails. Its menacing grin was starting to get on your nerves. John, go get something better. No way! You aren't going back to your room. You have everything you need. You're sure of it. Well, these arms are pretty useless, actually. John, throw the cake. You aim the cake straight at its head, but your aim falls short a bit, and it ended up sort of hitting where its neck would be. Its face is now almost completely covered in cake, which is good because now you can't see it. John, do something funny with the arms. You have an idea. You prop the doll up on your sofa. Unfortunately, gravity pulls the cake down a bit, showing the doll's face again. So you just capture log the cake, seeing as it shows no purpose anymore, leaving behind the sticky frosting. You also capture log the nails, which were embedded in its head. You leave the arms on the floor and carefully spread the frosting around the doll a bit. You pick up the arms and... Fucking incredible. This definitely makes the doll at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassacre wouldn't know the precise index of elevated hilarity. John, where did the smoke pellets go? It looks like you accidentally knocked them underneath the wrapping paper when you assaulted the doll. You really need to clean up this mess before your dad finds out. John, put bow on head. It'll lighten the mood. John, capture log smoke pellets. You reckon these could be useful at a later time, so you recapture log them. John, sneak a glance towards the kitchen. You don't want to go too close to the kitchen because your dad is in there. You're surprised that he didn't notice you mutilating that doll a few seconds ago. He must be pretty preoccupied in there. John, start a fire and burn the evidence. You can't start a fire because you don't have anything to start a fire with. This fireplace hasn't been used for ages. There hasn't even been any wood under that fire for as long as you can remember. Warm temperatures are not something known to you, after all. John, quit dawdling and get the package. Right. You need to check the mail. You suddenly remember that your friends should have sent you birthday presents in the form of colored packages, which should also be in the mail. But you don't really care about that right now. Their presents can come later. The game is of top priority right now. John, go outside. You exit your home through the front door. A strong breeze blows the bow off your head. It was a silly bow, and it was a dumb idea to put it on your head, so you don't really care that much. The weather is frighteningly cold and very windy. You're a bit chilly. John, make a mad run for the beta. There's no need to rush. Your dad is preoccupied in the kitchen, so you think you can take your time on this. You make your way to the mailbox and peek inside. It looks empty. Your dad has the mail. Damn it. Wait a minute. What's that? Right in the back. It looks like something your dad has forgotten. John, take remaining mail. What do we have here? A fetch modus along with a note from a friend. Maybe this is her present to you? You expected it to come in a package, not just by itself. Without an address. Wait, how did this even get here? John, read note from friend.
To John. You silly dumb you. You threw out your data structure book, didn't you? You need the free little fetch modus in the back of it. I know you do, so now I have to give you mine. It doesn't matter, since this one sucks and is really boring anyways. So you can have it. I have all my fun ones. From Jade.
She is as rude as usual. It wasn't even you who threw your books out. John, read new modus's description/information. You aren't really sure how this thing works. There aren't any instructions or anything like that. All your friend gave you is the modus and the note. The modus card says que and FIFO on it, but you can't really interpret much from that. You guess FIFO means first in, first out? You guess there's only one way to find out. John, activate FIFO modus.